ain't got no problem with him either. You know, I had disliked a lot of things that he was saying, you know, and how he was acting.
He's definitely scared of me. You know, if you have a fighter talking so much trash in front of you, why don't you make an example of him to the world? Beat me in the ring and make a whole lot of money.
Given the history of the sport, I didn't see nobody that can compete with Terence Crawford. And
he got miles on him, and he ain't got that.
But you know, these guys, I don't even know what they're doing. They're supposed to talk.
The super middleweight champion of all time, David Benavidez.
This dude can punch.
Where the hell do you go from here?
One Terence "Bud" Crawford just achieved the impossible, pulling off one of the greatest accomplishments in modern boxing history.
Congratulations, man. You did it. I'm so proud of you. You used all my tricks to beat Canelo, just like I showed you. You went in there and you got it done. Unbelievable, bro. All jokes aside, GOAT, man. Congratulations, champ. So well deserved. Salute.
But as the world celebrated him as an all-time great, a new massive threat was proposed, sparking huge drama and even a fierce reaction from Crawford himself.
What do you see for yourself after this fight? How long do you want to be in the sport? How long do you want to be actively fighting?
I don't know. You know,
it's not something you think about. You're just going fight by fight.
I always take one fight at a time. You know, one fight at a time. I feel great. I'm healthy, and like I said, I'm looking forward to having some fun.
A powerful figure in boxing is now pushing for a fight that many believe is simply too dangerous, even for a legend like Bud.
I'm sick of seeing fighters getting the easiest fights just because they're getting the biggest paychecks. Like it don't. At the end of the day, it's not even about money. It's about giving the fans of boxing the fights that they deserve. They're paying the money at the end of the day, so fuck, let's go to war. Let's do what these people want to see us do, and let's go to war and may the best man win. I wasn't gonna go down to 168, but now.
For the question is, why is this fight being pushed? And what does it reveal about the hidden forces controlling the sport? Crawford's bold move to 168 pounds was a gamble that paid off in style. He stepped into the ring with Canelo Alvarez in an event so massive that commentator John Anik called it the biggest live sporting event he had ever covered. And Crawford put on a masterclass.
I mean, if Legacy's something for him, he's got to win one of those two fights. So you think? Yeah, I think in order to that one of the greatest. I think that we would have to beat one of those guys. You know, I mean, the only person that he hasn't fought is Benavidez. And I don't know. Bud said he wouldn't fight him, but I don't think that's true. I think that if that fight happens, I think Bud would also entertain that, and if he does entertain it, it seemed like the way that he beat Canelo he'll be able to beat him again.
5. The world watched as Bud dismantled the living legend, winning by unanimous decision. But it wasn't just the victory, it was the way he did it. Sharp-eyed analysts noticed that Canelo's style had become predictable, relying on single heavy shots. Crawford, the master tactician, exposed that flaw with superior timing and smart counters.
He older. He got miles on him, and he ain't got that.
And B-side, when you asked me, you said, how would you beat him, Lonnie B? What'd I tell you?
The same thing. You'll keep the jab on it. Keep sticking the jab, moving and touching him with the right hand, and just turning him away.
And throwing punches. That's how I just throw punches at it.
Yeah.
And I said level to the body because that's open for him all night.
You said he ain't got the movement no more. You said he ain't, you know.
Into this, former UFC champion Kamaru Usman pointed out that the old, mean, and intimidating Canelo wasn't there anymore, suggesting the Mexican icon may have lost the psychological edge that once made him so feared. This complete performance made Crawford the first male boxer in history to become undisputed in 3 weight classes, cementing his legendary legacy.
I want to thank all my fans here that support me. I want to thank. This is bigger than the norm, you know, because I want to thank my urban community. I want to thank my Latin community. I want to thank my white community, and I want to thank my Asian community, my African community. I want to thank everybody, because today you see us all as one, you know. And a lot of people always say, how you get the Mexicans to side with you. I said, and my people too. I said so it don't matter if I'm fighting Canelo. Some of the urban community is going for Canelo.
But just as the world celebrated, an unexpected voice disrupted everything. That voice belonged to Turki Alalshikh, one of the most powerful figures shaping the biggest fights in boxing today. With his huge financial backing, his suggestions aren't just ideas, they can change the entire sport.
Do you want to see a rematch?
No. He's not beaten Crawford, Canelo.
Okay.
I think he can, can he improve? Maybe.
Okay, so wait. If he's not beating Crawford, which is fair, right? I agree. Based on what we saw, I do think he can make improvements, but who knows? Is there someone else better out there than that you'd rather see Crawford fight than Canelo?
Well, Turki did ask, could Bivol get down to 168?
I asked, Turki said, can Benavidez?
I thought he said Bivol.
No, I said Bivol. Oh. Turki said Benavidez.
Well, certainly not. Certainly not Benavidez. I don't think he's beaten Benavidez. I think that's a bridge way too far. A lot of things too far. But could you just imagine if Bivol could, the skill we'd see in that fight?
Yeah.
The rounds between Canelo and Crawford went by like that. They'd be the same against those two. That'd be epic.
Skate shortly after Crawford's victory, Turki casually proposed what he believed was the next logical step. For the new king of the 168 lb division, a showdown with David Benavidez.
Hear me out here, Kamaru. Terence Crawford versus the Mexican monster, David Benavidez.
I knew it was coming.
He was the mandatory for Canelo.
Oh my God. Relax.
What's up? The scariest guy in the division.
He's not in the division.
He said he could still make 168 pounds. The reason why he went up because nobody wants to fight him.
That's a big dude. And to be honest, Terence Crawford's 37 years old.
It's about merit. Could I get to the generational talent, as he said, with Manny Pacquiao? He's an 8-division world champ.
If it ain't no big name, Terence, do what you do, bro.
Proposal immediately shocked the boxing world. It wasn't just a passing thought, it sparked a storm of debate, especially after Bud's fiery response.
Would you ever entertain a fight with David Benavidez?
You gotta understand.
I gotta ask you, bro, because I can't,
My thing is, Benavidez is a big dude. Not to say I won't fight him. I fought his brother. His brother was big when I fought him. The only reason why I entertain Canelo is because he's not a big dude. He might be thick, but he's not a big dude. Benavidez is like 6 foot something. Then he gonna come in 190, 200 probably. You know what I mean? Like, you never know. Like, that's a big dude.
And he's skilled.
I might as well go to heavyweight if I fight Benavidez.
Yeah, I understand what you're looking at. You're like, you know what?
You just size him up.
Yeah,
you just size him up. Especially when you're going into a bigger weight class like that. You size him up and you see your advantages.
Crawford's reaction was strong and direct. He flat out rejected the idea of fighting the Mexican.
The way Crawford is, Crawford's very he has a big ego, especially when it comes to anything he does, bro. He has a big ego. And I said this yesterday. I won't be surprised if he dominates Canelo and then they offer him Benavidez and he says okay.
Was so firm that he made a shocking statement. I might as well go to heavyweight if I fight Benavidez.
But at the same time, I mean, Benavidez is also the one guy that nobody's willing to fight. And if nobody's willing to fight him, that makes his value go up. And so the thing is that if you get the right guy that is willing to pay for that, and I mean I don't see him saying that, okay, well, we can't afford to fight this guy. So I mean, that fight can happen if it's a fight that I think Bud won't entertain.
And what if you're Canelo? I think the only thing you could possibly want is that rematch to get that a little bit of that legacy back.
Remember when Floyd said, I think he should fight Terence Crawford want to be great, he said fight David Benavidez. Remember Floyd saying that? Why do you think Crawford didn't pay that no mind?
What?
That's right. You know why? He like, listen, man. Nah, I'm gonna be strategic about this. And it is business-wise, it's smart. Terence Crawford is on the Mount Rushmore of boxing. Yeah. But we got weight classes for a reason. Caught Canelo at the right time, like Canelo done, guys. And I'm not saying that his win is not valid. It's very valid. And that's what he was supposed to do. And he outboxed Canelo. And I can't take nothing away from his win. But was that the same Canelo that Floyd fought? Was that the same Canelo that Amir Khan fought? You know, so Terence Crawford gonna be strategic at this weight. He ain't just gonna come in here and I bet you he don't fight at this weight again. I bet you he don't fight nobody else at 68.
12, this wasn't just a fighter refusing a challenge. It was a smart champion drawing a clear line. And this
scared him. You know, if you have a fighter talking so much trash in front of you, why don't you make an example of him to the world? Beat me in the ring and make a whole lot of money. You know what I mean? So he sees a lot of things in me that he can't stop. You know, not only does he see speed, does he see power, but he sees a lot of heart in me. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I'm going in there and I want to prove myself to the world that I'm the greatest fighter. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't scare me to get in there with another great fighter because I know that elevates me and who I am as a competitor.
David Benavidez is a natural light heavyweight, already holding a title at 175 pounds.
I ain't gonna lie, they gonna say see, that's why I gotta let y'all know, because they gonna say I'm glazing, but I'm telling the truth.
Dig it.
This dude power for me, and I've been saying this for years, it carries through the weight class. So I can see him in the ring with a 175 or a cruiserweight, and if he touched them, I don't care who you are, you're gonna feel that shit, bro. I don't care who the fuck it is. I done seen him in the ring with a heavyweight.
And you fight Benavidez?
I like Benavidez, so I ain't gonna disrespect him.
That's what I said. No, I don't want to see him fight.
I'm gonna say my opinion.
I just want to see him fight. That's
My opinion.
Absolutely.
At 168, if Benavidez come down there, I don't think he beats Bud.
Okay, I dig.
That's my opinion. People want to say I'm crazy, but
the skill is. I mean, the skill is.
No, the skill is there. No,
it's just usually because someone's a little bit bigger, right?
Yes, and they think like, okay, you got to be able to take certain punishment that the other guy's putting on you. But I watched Bud when he fought Canelo, and then I watched Benavidez when he fought Caleb Plant. And when I seen it was like Caleb Plant was outboxing him. So if Caleb Plant didn't gas out, Caleb Plant might have beat him that night. But Bud, he don't tire.
You're not gonna gas.
He come in tremendous condition. And for me, I just think Bud is a legend. So they might say I'm crazy, but people might say they're not gonna make that fight happen, but I don't think it's far-fetched.
Like that's
how much
the biggest.
Got to lose.
He been fighting that one. He's fighting him at 68, I think. He can get the
68 will be
he a big dude.
Ideal because he came from 68.
He a big dude.
Oh, he came from. Oh, so he went up. Now he has to come back down.
Yeah, he would have to come back down.
That'd be a
difference too.
That's a fight. Like that's a fight.
Because Benavidez is the truth too.
Hey,
he the truth.
Punches and bunches with bad intentions.
Yes, he the truth.
Hey, remember? Hey, go watch. Go look. Hey, dog.
He the truth. He a killer.
He is our resident fighter.
A whole killer.
Yeah, he watching. He knows.
He's the man we go to.
Crawford, by contrast, is a natural welterweight who built.
There's no way. Crawford just got the biggest win in his career and one of the biggest wins in history. He doesn't need to go out there and risk. But it is too big, too strong. We don't want to see a champion do so much and accomplish so much and then end his career with a bad choice, a bad fight that he shouldn't take. I wouldn't do it.